Alright, well, we're gonna play. We're gonna start Kentucky Route Zero. Apparently, I have to take my phone off my desk because of who knows what again. Equus Oils. Equus Oils? Is that the name of the company? Uh, Whoa, we don't need that mask. Oh, this is not pixel art. All the screenshots made me think it was pixel art. The 3D models. The camera just has a very interesting position, and they're shaded a certain way. Diesel engine noise rumbles. Dog. Old hound and a straw hat. Both have seen better days. Truck. Moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side is the words Lysette's Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, and Curiosities. Oh, hi, sir. Sitting in the darkness. Sitting in the complete darkness. Does it go back off? It does, if you walk away from him. Interstate Highway 65 running from Alabama to just shy of Chicago. It ought to be quitting time in this part of Kentucky, but the daylight just won't shake. The sun just won't go away. That dog is very thin. Oh, we have to close this to walk. Or very thin dog. So attendant sitting here in the darkness of your giant horse head gas station with 2 pumps. Sir, you've made some life choices, haven't you? Take a look at him. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. Well, either, bud. Joseph. Damn, did you hear that, Rick? Truck's full of bottles, I don't know, beer bottles, whiskey, lost a tire or something, and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? We're Conway? Okay. Name is Homer. Her name is Blue, or just some dog. I don't know his name. Name is Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. I don't know. I went to do this as an old man, so they said his hair was gray, and somehow we got, well, that's Lyle. That's a dude I used to know. I'm just doing his, voice. Well, oh well. Rest in peace, Lyle. I never understood how you had that accent in, Northern Ontario. Here, have some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog would eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel. I've already lost the accent because as soon as I thought it was him. All right, well, I can feel the sun on my neck. Bet it just a few feet off the horizon. Been driving all evening looking for a 5 Dogwood Drive. I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. That's the truth. You gotta stop and breathe in that road. Bet you're out here driving. Won't let your eyes wander up the tree line, and you just, well, bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. So where's Dogwood Drive? You like poetry. How long you been working here? More of a poet than old Joseph. Do you like poetry? Oh, I just like to listen to the TV. I used to do a lot of poetry on the computer, but I don't have the ear for it lately. A lot of poetry on the computer. You don't have the ear for poetry on the computer. So you can't hear you can't put together poetry from your mind because you can't hear it and write it on the computer? Or are you being more literal and I'm taking this rather confused state of myself and putting it there with trying to figure out why the computer is a part of this? Listen, you and Blue would have driven up and down the 65 all night? Dogwood Drive's on the other side of, well, you'll get there when you take the Zero. The Zero's a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up the directions. You'll have to head down to the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have these whining lights back up anyways. It's too damn quiet out here. Do a lot of poetry on the computer. I know, right? Like, the words are... I'm not sure what he means. So wait, the fuse is blown, but you left it off, and he's willing to tell the truckers that, or whatever accident happened, that they can't get any help here because the fuse is out. But it sounds like I can go down into the basement and turn the lights back on. So this man is just like, well, the fuse is out and the sun is setting. If somebody needs help, that's a shame for them. Basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark. I don't know what accent I'm doing now, but I started off as Lyle. Rest in peace, Lyle. But my brain could not take that. What? Hey. Oh. Out back. Basement. No? Okay. Do I have a limited amount of light, I wonder? Oh, it's a horseshoe. The where you're walking is a horseshoe thing. Oh. Aqueous oil, like horses. Fucking basement people. He's a podcaster. That explains the poetry on the computer, yes. Okay. There's a dude sitting in the dark in the basement. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in front of folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. Papers, oddly shaped dice. Sir, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Are you all sitting in the basement in the dark, playing D&D with the highway maps? Or what are you slaying out in the highway map on the sides of the highway? Conway clears his throat. Y'all seeing a breaker box down here? Oh, sorry, I didn't know anyone was down here. Emily to Bob. Did you hear something? Nope. Sorry, I was looking at the rules again. Get easier if you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. So it's your turn now, right? Oh yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? Oh, I don't see it. Did you drop it? It should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. Okay, well, they're playing something equivalent to D&D in the darkness in the basement of a gas station, where apparently the only thing wrong is the fuse is blown, and they have replacement fuses since they sent us down here to fix it. Dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. 2. No consumption of bearer spirits on the premise. 3. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. 4. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes every hour. Huh. Good luck, the 2 of you. Or the 3 of you. Aw. Can I keep going? Conway clears his throat but gets no response from the people at the table. I just need to get by you for a minute, or did you lose something? I think it rolled down to the left there, but I don't see it. Well, I'm not about to go looking for it. It's too dark down here anyways. One of you should go and get it. I'll just study the rules here. Conway taps his foot and gets no response from the people at the table. You can hit that breaker box and get the lights back on. What kind of game is that? I think you were right about the instant crisis rolls. There's a whole separate table of them in the back. I didn't like that rule anyways. It's not fun. It's just random and frustrating. The randomness is what makes it realistic, Bob. I really need to get the power back on and make this delivery. Still don't understand how you win. Roll the 20-sided die, once for each player, and refer to Appendix C, Table of Psychogeographical Anxiety Address Correlations. Locate the resulting street address on the map and move each player marker to the appropriate location. The fuck are you playing? Okay. So it's not D&D. It's not a D&D-esque game either. It's just a very complex game of navigation, it certainly sounds like it. They're doing poetry, fair enough. That doesn't help. I don't think you can win. It says in the box it's a tragedy. No, they didn't respond to an SOS. They'll keep talking to him, I guess. Conway crosses his arms. You said you're not gonna let me by, are you? Or you said you're missing a piece. Okay, so just to get started, we need that 20-sided die. Gets us on the road. Yeah, that gets us on the road. If you roll a 1, you drive into a ditch. If you roll a 2 or a 9 or a 12, you have to write down a new anxiety and roll again. If you roll a 5, you get to move your piece anywhere on the map you want. Bob, go get that die. It's too dark down there. Well, that should make it easy. The damn thing glows in the dark. Oh, it's down here, and we need to go pick it up. Cool, got it. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Sure. And they're gone. So ghosts? Ghosts playing some game where they never make it to their destination. Now, I don't know what underneath a gas station looks like. I imagine it's not this. Like, the gas tank is, I don't think, accessible by hand? I don't think there's a roaring, large-bodied pump next to the gas tank, directly next to the gas tank, in an open air area with plenty of, oxygen to burn. I'm not sure how gas stations work, but I suspect there's not a ton of oxygen down there for burning your gasoline. What? Nobody's played down there since 1956. there it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. Well, I better get those directions and head to 0 if you don't mind. There were some people down in your basement playing some kind of game, but they're gone now. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. So, computer's in the office. You're looking for Marquise. She knows her way around these roads. She'll get you to the 0. The password is, oh, damn, I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? Kind of a long, kind of short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it up. Oh, you'll figure it out. One of those short poems that does something or not. Let's pet dog. Dog. Can I pet the dog? Can't pet the dog. You did. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from its reverie. User. Conway. Joseph. Password. Wheels slide loose. Stars drop away. I talk and listen to him. Stars drop away. Moon throbs. You just breathe the road. The lights whine. We'll only get later. Is anything I put in there correct? I assume any order you put in to this computer will get you into it. So what we created was the stairs drop away. The stars drop away. The moon throbs. To only get later. Password accepted. Oh, how's it going in there? Figure it all out? Sure you are. Typing messages. Read this man's shit. Yeah, what games you got in here, buddy? Computer, games is not real. We're gonna read this man's messages? We would invade his privacy for letting us use his computer. The moon throbs, indeed. Thank you for the submission, Cogswell. I haven't gotten the effects working for some reason, but I think colors should work. Red not found. Okay, well that's broken. What if... Worked yesterday. Or is it only like hex codes and RGB codes at the moment? Alright, well that made me red. Oh, oof, I'm lobster red now. Well, that'll go away in a minute. Let's open the address book and see what's here. Typing. The 0, Dogwood Drive, Marquez residence, 100 Macano Lane. It's computer. Head northeast to the 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it. Oh, you got it. Out there on Monaco somewhere. Right? Yeah, that's it. Oh, you're turning me into a ghost. You're more green for the green screen filter. That is something we used to do, wasn't it? And look, while you're down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago, and now that the power's all weird over here, I can't pick up anything but static and public access anyways. Oh, you got some beef with public access television here, old man. Sorry, Joseph. She was always more to Rita, but maybe she wanted back at home. It's a nice TV. I don't know. We went from from Lyle's accent again. Someone you don't know, so I don't know a better way to describe it. Something like Northern Ontario mixed with TV, heck, and slowly morph it into like 20s detective, 1920s detective, 30s. Oh, listen here, Bob. Sun's gone down, and you and Blue better get on that road if you gotta go make your delivery. Why can't I do a consistent voice? Blue, are you taking a shit on this in this driveway? How's it going, Blue? Take it easy, Blue. How's it going? We give Blue a treat, or do we talk to Blue? It looked like you're taking a dump in this man's parking lot, so how about a treat? Are we gonna kill the dog if we give it the jerky? What kind of game is this? Jerky can't be good for a dog. At least not the salty jerky you would get. Sup dog? Sup dog is also what I say to every dog I encounter. From little dogs to big dogs. Oh, is this text readable, by the way? Oh man, even at 420 it's readable. Alright. Good job, encoder. The letters are pretty thin. It's actually thicker on stream looking than it is in the game. Yeah, these are like maybe 2 pixel wide fonts. Have some jerky, Blue. Try not to die. We got an achievement for feeding the dog, I think. He's a bit odd, isn't he? He reminds me a bit of your old man Ira. I guess the night shift will do that to you. Ah, he's alright. What do you think of this place, dog? It's odd, I've never noticed it driving by. We were at a ghost gas station filled with ghosts. We gave some ghost jerky to our dog. Conway doesn't want to stay any longer. Can't see the sun. The sun's already set, though. I would have loved to stay and watch the sunset, but the game says no. Wait. I'm in control? I did not listen to the instructions. Route 0. Where is 0? Thought it was south. Do I not have a compass? Is south not down below? Wreck. Can we go look at the wreck? It wouldn't let me pet the dog. Try again? No. Let me just step out onto the dark highway alone. Those are coffins? Those are not glass bottles. Them's coffins. Conway shakes his head. What a mess, huh? What a waste, right? That gas station attendant was right. Do you think anyone was hurt? Looks like a tough one to walk away from. Where'd my lantern go? Yeah, 0 out of 10, can't pet dog. But also it's a dog with a hat. The wreck was so bad they fell into coffins. It was a video game. They died and were immediately became coffins. Gets back on the road. Why do we stay at this wreck? I can't interact with anything unless the game really wants me to linger. Parkway. Bowling alley. Barren River wreck. The exterior of the Barren River Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is a dingy beige. Sprinkled with fading graffiti, the front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark. And a window. Windows are too dirty to see anything inside but a few dim shapes. Furniture, maybe. Or livestock. Can we die in this game? Go in the front door. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk, host to a disconnected telephone and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray painted along the walls. Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness. Disconnected phone. Do we pick it up? There's no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. Listen closer. With the phone pressed close to his ear, Conway could hear a thin, quiet roar, like the ocean or the highway. Oh, okay. Like listening into the inside of a seashell, huh? Except it's an old phone connected to nothing. Is Blue coming with us? We're gonna get stabbed up by someone living in this building. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance, barely. Walk to the dark end of the hall. The door at the far end of the hallway is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds from its edges. The handle is loose and the door swings open easily. The handle is loose and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls and some are raging into stacks of firewood. Is there a chimney, or are they just dying of smoke inhalation in a closed room, burning shit? One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. Missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easy to adjust to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into a styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it and they return to watching the fire. The fuck? What? Head northeast. I thought it was southwest. So that's how good my ability to remember directions are. I went in literally the opposite direction, found nothing, went still in the wrong direction, randomly being like, maybe it was this way. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Wait, the tree is always on fire? What kind of ghost-ass place are we stuck in? Okay. If I see a tree and it is always on fire, I'm gonna be like, well, there are two options here. A, I'm hallucinating. Because it's fucking, what was it called? That Professor Layton game where the solution, spoiler to, I think it's the second Professor Layton game. Cover your ears if you're not interested in hearing the spoiler. But it's a great game. where the answer to why shit is so weird is everyone is robots or animatronics, and you're high on gas because the village is flooded with noxious gas that you're hallucinating on. That's how that fucking game. That's the story of that game. So if I see a bush that's forever burning, my options are hallucination, dream, evil, or God, bush got really big. But I have to be, somewhere that's not North America for that to work. Uh, so we just had coffee with the people inside this building. And that's all there was to it. Okay. Get ready to receive your 10 commandments. I have 12 matchsticks. Northeast on 65. Turn left when you see the tree that's always on fire. Tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. So this tree is high up. It's got plenty of oxygen. And it's just on fire forever. The farmhouse. Mammoth Cave Parking. Parkway. Okay. Act 1, Scene 2. Marquez's farmhouse. Conway gets back in the truck immediately. I don't like the looks of this place. Blue old girl. Pretty dark out here, hey? So I guess we just head up the path here. The farmhouse is up the hill to the bed. Up the hill a bit. Pretty dark out here. Maybe you better stay down here where it's lit. Hope I can borrow you to treat up there. Oh hey, peeps walking in the foreground of the camera. That's only mildly terrifying. Well done, game. That may have been, that was more alarming to me than most of the horror games I played last October. Crutch gets out of the truck by the cursed burning oak, being stalked by someone. Walk that back in the truck. That's kind of what I feel like, but hey, dog, I'll see if I can get you a treat up there. Hope I can borrow a treat up there. Oh, it's all the way up there? Why don't I take the truck? Look how long this thing is. Street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. What if I walk up the road a little bit? Is that an option? It is. If I go into the darkness, do I just die? It's like a burnt out structure across the way that the person was inside. Maybe there's nothing supernatural about this area. Maybe it's just like it's just run down. Like the people here fallen on hard times. Buildings are collapsed. That electric company is gone. There's 2 dozen. I thought they said like several people or several dozen or something ridiculous inside of a building burning shit. Any people back here? Alright. We wait for Blue? Where's Blue? We'll wait for Blue. Oh hey, a house! It's kind of spawned out of the darkness. Blue? Where you at, girl? Fuck? Oh, there she is. Come on, Blue. I need to let these random peeps kill our dog. That ain't happening. Come on, Blue. Are you... You're not gonna come up, are you? Well, Blue's guarding the truck. Graveyard. Hey, the family graveyard is off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Nowaski, Bedelia, Marquez. House? This is not the front door, buddy. Pretty sure the front door is on this side. Why are we busting up to the top entrance? Weaver. I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? Yes, it's a nice house. No, I've never been here before. I didn't see any owl. I know, I like the large beams that run across the ceilings. I like to sit in the house and think of the hills and bluffs surrounding us like a cradle. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed. We built this one. It was very expensive, and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. Better than being in a ditch. I'm looking for the zero. Am I looking for the zero? I thought I was delivering a package. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back and I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Actually, I have a TV here I think belongs to you. Will you please set it up? I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero, I know. What is happening in this? So, she's not Marquez. Because Marquez appears to be dead and buried in the ground. That farm doesn't look long for this world, and I would not leave horses inside of it. I guess they're not inside, but this does make me concerned for the welfare of these animals. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. Is that a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. Dad thought it was radioactive. I know how to set up a TV. Hey, I'm skeptical. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised. Are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. Time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. What? This is not a television. Hey, wake up. You spaced out for a minute. Picture on the TV. You keep out in the barn. Used to be tools and feed, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders. TV's picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TV for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. You're not? Is this how you should tell me you're a ghost weaver? If she's older now and you're not, that means you're dead. You a ghost. She has a workshop up north. A ways by the lake, right where Peona and Wax Road meet. The big bait and tackle shop. She fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the Zero. Much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV. But I'll get you headed the right way. It was pretty easy. Get back on 65, heading north. Then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. Is that a local problem we're solving? Like, what do y'all do here that missing limbs is such a thing that they put a factory in your small town? From there, your arrival at the Zero is basically inevitable. Because otherwise, artificial limbs are custom built to the person. If you're mass producing artificial limbs, you got a problem here. Yeah, you can do some, like, you can make parts that become artificial limbs. But if it's assembling a whole limb in a factory, that's a problem. So we have ghosts and maimed people apparently in this area of... Where did they say we are? Kansas? No, Kentucky. Why would I think it was Kansas? Called Kentucky Route Zero. Alright. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. She's gone. There are spiderwebs everywhere. This is a collapsed building. Oh, the walls are closing. Oh, we went out the backside of the house. That's fine. She's a ghost. She's gone. A disused wood-burning stove is set up in one ash-dusted corner of the room. It's cold to the touch. Yeah, because we just talked to a ghost. Think. An abandoned spiderweb stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. A skillet is seasoned with dust. Family graveyard. Hey. Our dog better be fine. Blue better be okay. I know you're playing Kentucky Route Zero. I keep thinking Death Road to Canada, which is a different game. The Bequit Rambler what? Turns out they were just a band chilling to serenade us from coming and speaking to ghosts. Can we go say hi to them? Conway, there's some horses out behind the house. Just met the strangest lady. There are horses behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lysette had and Ira had? Guess they don't sleep in the barn. I miss them sometimes, the horses. I wouldn't like to sleep in the barn either. Conway has nowhere to go. Or just chill here for a moment, listen to the music. And I'm gonna look up, what did you say, Death Road to Canada? I think I remember this. Is this a zombie game? Yep, escape zombie infested United States, yeah. I think we're looping now. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, music's done. Alright, I'm glad we stayed. Conway's ready to leave. Music's done, it's time to roll. We're going north. 65. Until... Fixes TVs in the back. I didn't bring the TV with me. Oh yeah, the 5. Oh. 5. $15. Okay. Factory. Creek runs along the highway and then turns towards a dirty brick building. Grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. The edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign partly obscured by tree, reads American Artificial Limb Factory. Again, it's very concerning to me to mass produce like finished artificial limbs in one place. Yeah. When does this game take place? Future? It was the first right? After the factory? Where Peona and Wax Road meet. On-ramp. What is this? Hey, we found it. Need them for Professor Layton. Indeed. Make all those robot or animatronics for you to hallucinate to or with, and form relationships with while you're high on gas. That game pissed me off so much. What's the mystery? We were high. No, that's not a real solution to a mystery game, guys. What's up, Blue? There was no treat. I didn't find one. Conway brushes some dirt off Blue's hat. How's it going, Blue? Huh, not sure the lady was right about the on-ramp up to the zero being here. Got something on your hat? No. Guess you just can't tell with some folks. They're liable to run you around just for the kicks. Better look around, though. Must be down here somewhere. I mean, Ghost Lady lying to us is definitely, potentially what's happening, yes. Better hurry, though. Weather's about to turn. Quick. Entrance to what? What? Elkhorn Mine. That was a very short act, or we broke it. Thank you for the submission. What's the mystery? We were high. Well, you're my boy, Blue. Hannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Yeah, it's $200 for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's kind of is an emergency. No, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Phone inaudible. That's true. I guess he can't kick me out for another week or two. Oh, I can trust him not to just change the locks. But can I trust him not to just change the locks? I trust him not to just change the locks. Yes, and I appreciate that, but okay, you're right. For mine, I have to go. Yes, I appreciate that, but okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Get it. Bye. Hangs up the phone and puts it away. Stranger. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the lights on and I'm looking for the on-ramp to you. Are you here to kick me off the property? Do you believe in ghosts? I guess are you here to kick me off the property? Oh, no, I guess you don't belong here either, do you? You work for the power company? Or are you just out wandering? Are you just out wandering? Do you work for the power company? The power company? No. I once worked for an electrician a few weeks, but then I sort of drifted on before I really learned anything. I get it, you're a nomad. I get it, you're a drug. I mean, we did stop somewhere randomly and have some coffee provided by people burning office furniture inside of an office. $1 to touch it, $2 to watch me touch it. No, ghosts are real, but I don't believe in them. Get it, you're a nomad. Huh, well, I do drive a lot. Just me and the road mostly when the sun is out. You sound lonely. Is that your job? Driving? Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lysette's Antiques. I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine. We're gonna play Shannon to be aggressively dense, apparently. Oh no. No. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember even seeing the address before. Now I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady named of Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Weaver Marquez. Do you know her? Zero, is that around here? Never heard of the damn Zero. That doesn't sound like a real highway, but I know Weaver. I've known her all my life. She is my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd been hearing it echo through the house for years. She said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door, just come back from the trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. The time I thought she meant it was a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle, she's a mystery. So maybe the Zero is down here somewhere? What are you doing down here, Shannon? She is. Why did she say she was and she is, and now she's saying she also talked to her? So is Weaver dead or alive, or something in between? successfully encased an anti-entropy thermal nullifier in solid ice. Oxygen not included. Is that anti-entropy thermal nullifier? So what? But if you're nullifying thermal energy, are you not going towards entropy? If the energy's gone, that is towards heat death. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I think it sounds impressive. Most, I'm very confused by the anti-entropy thermal nullifier. Entropy always increases, so entropy is the loss of energy. You're always headed towards. In computing terms, you can run out of entropy. So I'm not. So my brain is confused now. The name is dumb. Basically, you feed it hydrogen and it cools the area. Oddly enough, it doesn't work underwater, but it does work encased in ice. Cool it from a separate source, but now it cools itself. Alright, that works. It's refreezing the ice as soon as it thaws it, since I assume it's getting heat on one side, cold on the other. Or rather, you have to keep it cool. Alright, well done. Talked to Weaver earlier this evening too, or anyway, she talked to me. It's always hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. Where did you see Weaver? What are you looking for? Why would I ask where you saw her? You're her cousin. Presumably she's not dead, because that wouldn't make sense, even though I certainly think she's dead. I'm not exactly sure. I have a few ideas. I'll know it when I see it. Not such a bad thing. Not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we gotta keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. Got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead to do some analysis and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Topology, okay. Topology, that's the science of continuous space, my friend. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together. We'll work tomorrow because it's an abandoned mine. Oh, tell Blue to stay? No? Blue will just stay? Blue, I'm gonna need you to not follow me anymore. Good. Yay. That runs to the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? Only one way to find out. Give it a whirl. Into PA ... How big is this place? Is anybody down there? Nothing. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even with the old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep this stuff powered. You know, the miners that used to pay just to run the fans and lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens, coal strips, you know? If you want to run the fans for a bit to clear up the air as well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here, so did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents used to work here. So let's just head down to the mine and see what we see. No, I definitely feel better getting some readings first. We don't know what it's like down there anymore. Years of seasonal changes and seismic irregularities could have totally reconfigured it. I'm not going in blind, and neither are you. But we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything's rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours. I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. Conway clears his throat nervously. Conway tries to think of something clever to say. Conway fidgets with the change in his pocket. I heard the speakers back there crackle for a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Clean up in aisle 3. Topo Choco. Chico. Well, yeah, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. If we're measuring echo times, why are we using the PA system? Shouldn't we yell down the tunnel? Make some noise into the mouthpiece. Conway taps the mouthpiece. Conway runs a finger along the surface of the mouthpiece. Conway scrapes a coin across the mouthpiece. No. Conway knocks on the table. Hums a deep tone to the mouthpiece. Hum. Conway. Ooh, whistles is a bad idea. Blows on mouthpiece. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. But some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer. So just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes in your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? Here's a story all about how... No, wait, that's not what it says. I used to work doing roof repair. I had breakfast with Lysette. Here's a story. I used to work doing roof repair. We even fixed up a church roof once, or my boss got a real big job out in Louisville. We fixed a church roof once. It should have taken us an hour to get there, but it seemed like a big project, but doable. Should have taken us an hour to get there. Then a thunderstorm hit and it was too late anyhow. But I was too hungover and we ran late. Then a thunderstorm hit. Too late anyhow. God, it looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. Yeah, you're probably used to it. One more test. We need to know if the air is breathable, or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. These are some hard-ass tests to set up and get accurate readings out of in a controlled environment. Conway breathes and thinks about the road. Conway breathes and remembers a moment earlier in the day. Conway breathes and remembers a moment when he was younger. Why does it say door 1 still active? That mean that door in my opening Twilight Zone parody is just flipping itself open repeatedly somewhere? I mean, that's fine. I don't know why you're so broken today, OBS. Conway breathes and Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape. Keep at it for a minute. Conway breathes and visualizes the hot meal. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rocks engulf him. Well, Weaver got us killed. Never trust a ghost. Act 1, Scene 5. Elkhorn Mine. Elkhorn Mine. It's Elkhorn. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay. Got you. You're alright. Shit, your leg is pinned. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Oh, it's fine. Try to stand up. Careful, I'm right here. Don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you on the tram. There you go. Let's see if this thing has power. Okay. There's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of the auxiliary exits if there are any. I think there are. What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. Wait, I'm the captain now? Okay, I'm not sure why I can turn the light off unless we're gonna encounter something that really wants a piece of us in the light. Why are there canoes? There's a bunch of megaphone, or not megaphone, but horns there. Horns? Phones? You got a barrel that's something in it. There's a canoe with paddles. And there's a scarecrow? Ignore the turntable and keep rolling. Gordon Freeman! Okay. We just rolling, huh? Hoping to find an exit. That's an exit. Thank God. Okay, let's go. Let's poke around down here for a bit first, eh? Wait, really? Okay. She has no objections. She was just literally like, no, we gotta get out of here. Like, shit collapsed, your leg is fucked. But now I'm just like, no, I want to see what that turntable does. Hole up, Gabe. And she's got nothing to say. hanging loot. Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater last I heard. So that happened. It flooded. Some careless miner or something. Unattended machine bored through an underground lake. Water came in pretty fast and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnel. Only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. There was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed. So they shut all the lights off, but even then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... Lost some people down here, didn't you? We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. Doesn't matter now. Look at this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks. The water hasn't damaged it too much. We can keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging around the turntables from the company store. Just junk, you know. The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is down here. All so dim and gray. Danny connects 2 clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. Now we're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat. So... Turn the pendulum to the casket. Turn the pendulum and the casket. The bat feeder and the scarecrow. Disconnect the signal generator. Why are these blurry? Ooh, they have scan lines. Okay. Casket sounds good. Oh. Everything but our perspective. Well, everything but our car is turning, so the room is turned. I'm glad I went back to see that. I like that. Roll. Oh, we can go backwards, actually. Oh, okay. We found a chair. Electrical system hookups stage? Is that what this is? Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. This place. Recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but... When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miner songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they'd get someone on lunch break to sing into their microphone. Then I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some coal strips, tokens to pay the miners for their songs. If you ever come back down here, do you think the archivists were after? I mean, they were archiving shit. Okay, we asked the question, but I understand what they were up to. The Twin Brick House, early days. Comparing annotation, subject matter, dictation, you know, all those little details that no one really thinks about when they listen to music. Yeah, the academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here. So the dead end? Can I just click and hold? Oh, I can. That makes traveling this a lot easier, a lot faster. We're just full powered. So like this is company store and company script is basically how this mine was run. Tape player. Dusty reel-to-reel tape players stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape but starved for power. Tape recorder unsteadily plays an old mining song. This would be fucking creepy in real life. Sitting in the dark, listening to an old recording in a mine, and it's just echoing. I wonder how long it is, or if it ends. The old reel... Wait. Audio wasn't on reel-to-reel, was it? I guess it was. But I don't associate that ticking noise with the reel-to-reel audio. Like, the ticking noise made me think of video. Because audio ticking like that is not super helpful. Does it tick? Cogswell, you say you got one? Does it make a ticking noise? Yeah, I know. Even reel to reel. Yeah, I understood. I asked the question. I was like, no, it definitely was. But the ticking sound, I don't think, is usually what I would think of when I think of that type of medium. The ticking, no, that would be like a Super 8 film camera. Alright, so I'm not crazy about that. Is it looping? I don't think it is. This is a long bit of audio in the darkness. And it's done. Shannon, oh, I didn't know those were still down here. Been down here before. Not this deep, but I knew about the tape machine. They'd record on that old scaffolding we saw, and I guess they'd sequester themselves down here to listen to the recorded songs. Your parents sing? Oh, yeah, they sang. They sang in the mine for coal strips. Look for coal strip tokens. They sang, so wait, they weren't miners. Your parents were down here singing. Well, her father died in a car crash that Weaver had predicted from the past. The Weaver may in fact not be a ghost, but might be something else altogether. But we didn't do Bat and Scarecrow yet, so we're gonna go take the Bat and Scarecrow path. Dan connects the two clip leads from our signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. The other one, the one we started on, was animal bones and rowboats. So we're doing bat feeder and scarecrow. See what else we can find. See if find some skeletons. Maybe we're gonna find her mother or something. Her father had to die in a car crash. Oh, we're supposed to be rolling around with the lights off to see if we power up something else by accident. You hear that kind of muffled rumbling? They were near water. Could be. There was an underground lake around here years ago. Guess that's why they stopped digging so abruptly. I mean, you said they flooded it. Well, I saw a person in the flashing lights, so that's fun. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the darkness. A lot of spirits lost down here who got trapped and died, I guess. Super 8 can do 5 minutes per reel? Huh. Some of your family's 8mm film. On your YouTube. Ah. We're gonna leave this on until we go somewhere. We're gonna do our return trip. Broken track. Tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any farther. Wonder what's down that tunnel. Ghost. Nope. Only in the flashes. About to see some ghosts. Alright, so we're going, what are we doing now? We're going to Animal Bones and Rowboat. Enjoy all the ghosts watching us leave. They can watch, but they can't do anything because dead men can tell no tales. I have to turn the light on to use the exit. Let's get out of here. Too many ghosts. Yeah, okay. Just that tunnel where the tracks were broken. I'd like to take a look down there. Whatever you need, I'll just wait for you here. If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look around. Oh, she dead. How many ghosts? Helmets. A lot of helmets. I guess we're black. I guess she's just down there with the helmets now, trapped forever with the other ghosts. Yeah, she never came back. She's done. Afraid of no ghosts? Is that not working? Why doesn't that work? Oh, I see. I may have moved the file. That's a good reason to not work. Cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. Thank you, Cogswell. Don't know what happened to Bustin. Makes me feel good is no longer here. I'm very confused as to why. But I'll find it another day. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled. The blue notebook. Oh. Notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what looks like it might be an esoteric German shorthand is actually a love poem written in anagrams. Open the red notebook. We just saw, what's her name, run by. She joined us in the shack, so I guess she's alive. In the green notebook. Each page is delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along. Oh, her parents were the researchers. Okay. She plays along with the minecart tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another young girl sits nearby, intently studying a book. Conway opens the red notebook. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined even more evenly, divided up into... Shannon, oh yeah, this place. I didn't think you were coming back, or these notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists. No, Weaver's parents were the archivists. My parents were miners. Ah. Hey, Xeroxia. Thanks for dropping in. You can't stay. Leave it alert. Yay. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. I will say, I'd plan to replace my current lighting, which are, as you can see, rather bright, not as diffuse lighting as I would prefer. These are literally work lights. Can't see the one on this side. So when I'm doing something else, I just unplug them and take them with me. This is just where I store them and use them to backlight me. But I think I might use it in addition to the LEDs. Because the LEDs are doing a really good job of cutting down on some of that green reflections on me because it's backlighting me properly. And also, you guys can play with it. I just need to fix it. Such that we can re-enable red alert. That's mostly what I wanted it for, so we could have different, like, red alert, blue alert if we're landing for some reason. Feel a threat, yellow alert. I'll get it all working eventually. How's the leg? Walk on it, but it's slow. I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. Don't mind my hitching a ride, do you? I kinda got a lift out here, and I wasn't sure if, when I'd be headed back. I can drive. I can handle it. Maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. No black alert. I don't think the Klingons have black alert. I don't think the Klingons actually have yellow alert. Or blue alert. They just kind of go in and land. It's really red alert, battle stations. And that's less flashy and more... other lights turned down? I know there's some flashing, I guess. The black alert was just like flashing a couple of bright white LEDs. Like, that's the one I can most easily emulate with the setting it's currently on. Klingons even have no alerts. I mean, the Klingon bird of prey that Riker was on was pretty bright. And sometimes the one Worf was on, the Rataran, was pretty bright. But otherwise, no, those ships are dark. I mean, everything is worth an alert, right? You see something, let's go shoot it. Red alert. Or battle stations. Kind of like how I always love that at the end of Deep Space Nine. They're invading Cardassia with, you know... they're pushing into Cardassian space. The Dominion ships are there. Cardassian ships are there. The Klingon and Federations, all sides have taken a beating, and yet the Klingons still have D7 battle cruisers on the front line against dudes that can, like, one-shot them. They're just... some crazy-ass Klingons are just like, no, I got this, I got a 150-year-old vessel. I'm gonna join the war effort because it sounds like there's some glory to be had at the moment. Let's fucking roll, bro. Alright, I still need to find the Zero. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening close enough. And that's not exactly what she said. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan. Nolan. Right at Wax and Peona in the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. He's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. I skipped the whole chapter. I was supposed to go to her bait shop, but I accidentally found this place first because I'm bad at directions. Dog. Hi, Blue. I'm hurt. How's it going, Blue? Blue, this is Shannon. You've met Shannon. Sorry I left you alone so long. Hurt my leg pretty bad down there, dog. I gotta shuffle like you now. Yeah, we've got a lot in common. Maybe we can still heal up. Alright. We got no treat for the dog. We already gave Blue her the jerky we got from the totally not a ghost gas station attendant. Conway gets back in the truck. Yeah. No, we're done here. Too many ghosts down in those mines watching us. 59,000 or 5,900 kilocams. Kilocams? Kilocams. Big. Raider Hill Road. Okay. Frenchman Knob Road. Okay. Can't go off that road. Hill Road. Go up that way. There's Priceville. There's Wheeler Mill. Priceville. Gracing Sun Spring Road. Here's this lake. Oh, this series of things a lake. Gap Hill Road. Club Run Road. Union Light Dog Creek. Club Run Road. Fiona Road. There you go. Hills Estate Road. Is there an estate at the end of this? No? What? Where is it? Fiona and Wax Road. Where's Wax? This is Fiona Road, right? Where's Wax Road? Bait shop. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait, minnow small and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips, and beer." Green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. The shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly onto grass, and then evenly trees. No, then eventually trees. Jeez, I can't read. The bait shop is closed. Well, I guess I guess your bait shop's closed, Shannon. Let's get out of here. We put her to drive too because Conway had an injured leg. Into the side shop. Walls are lined with cheap metal shelves, loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electrical components. I've been in a shop almost exactly like that as being described like this, except it was last year when supplies were actually harder to come by. So aside from also being a ton of old electronics, they didn't have the new stuff, so everything was spread out. Like, so instead of cans of old electronics, they'd taken them out and had them placed just on the metal shelves. So it's like walking into a display area, but it's metal shelves with the electronics on top. And you're just kind of like, everything looks empty. The store looks almost completely empty, but that's what they still had. It was a weird experience to walk into this and be like, hey, this is, I guess you ain't got shit. But also we need a fuse, and coincidentally, we might find the fuse in here. That's off my buddy's cottage. Near my buddy's cottage. I actually think we showed up for ice. We basically bought them out of ice because even ice, apparently it was harder to come by. Shannon leads Conway to the back room, where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip they're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Ask Shannon about Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. We act about Weaver, and she's... So Weaver's the static on the screens these days? So Weaver's dead. stare at the monitor. The screen is cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They could be inches away or miles. He's adrift on the black water, traveling swiftly towards a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power strip. Weaver's not here. Oh. So there's a summoning ceremony for Weaver, who's I'm more convinced than ever is some form of not life guitar player. A young man in a gray stained clothes in gray stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He's playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right a weathered dog. Listen, pet the dog. Conway pets the dog. Yes, the dog closes its eyes and pretends to be asleep. The young man strums absently on the guitar. I'm very happy we finally got to pet a dog in this game. I'm upset that we can't pet Blue yet, but we'll keep going. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Listen. The young man whistles hoarsely, stops playing the guitar, then looks up at Conway. He rambles for a few minutes about the weather, the dog, and his music, then returns to playing. He walks back to his truck. Conway finds that he can hardly remember a word the young man spoke. And we dealing with some interesting spirits in this. Back to the cabin. The farmhouse. Let me in. Oh, that's right. Any more people lurking about? 6. Marquez Farmhouse. They've did a lot of world building with a lot of different techniques. This is actually quite well put together. I don't know why I said is actually, because this is a well known to be a good game at this point. This is from 8 years ago? 9 years? I just never got around to playing it. And now they have the TV version that has interludes and stuff. So more content, presumably, slightly. Oh. We're leaning on Shannon. I mean, we can continue. Yeah, she's now helping us walk up this hill. So, Graveyard is your father, and presumably your mother was stuck in the mine? Family Graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Milski, Delia, and Marquez. I thought she would say something. Stop by the family grave after all. Out of tea. Door open itself again? Is Weaver in here? No? So this is where she was. Yeah, that makes sense. This was where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? Never really had any collateral. I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that until the company store found a way to get them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers. My mom, it was the canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too. A lot of it. All tuition. Said she was a mathematician or something. Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Till tonight. Oh. Supposedly she came back, and she's not a ghost. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. She seemed really focused on that old TV. Were you happy to see her? Don't know. It was so sudden, and it wasn't like a reunion. She just appeared. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. Well, that's a damn antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Hey, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lysette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. Alright. Oh. Were you just staring into the TV and back up with Weaver or something? Yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's cool. I have a few spares in my bag here. You just walk around with spare vacuum tubes? Okay. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Wait, not vacuum tube. Are you saying actual CRT tube? That can't be right. It must be vacuum tube what you're talking about, Shannon. Okay, that should be something now. Are you seeing anything? Yeah, that looks dangerous, what you're doing there. Okay, damn, here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north-south and... So vacuum tubes. You have a bag full of vacuum tubes. Ominous electronic drone. KY0 appeared out of the barn. Hey, we're already traveling on it. Omnius drone intensifies. Well. End of Act 1. Alright, let's go. Act 2, play. Office worker chatter something indistinguishable. Letter, attention, Lula Chamberlain, your application. Thank you for your application to the Gashton Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received the record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. I mean, this was obvious at this point, although it would be one hell of a form letter if it was, and you have been selected. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Storn Noden, Architect Agastian Trust for Imagined Architecture. Below the printed text, the hastily written hand note. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Your Obsir Robert. Lula folds the letter up and puts it in her handbag. Lula opens a folder on her desk labeled proposals or a folder of writing paper. Let's open the proposals. Lula sorts through documents, all printed on a fading letterhead reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. That is a concerning name. I understand what it should be, what they're saying they do, but a Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces sounds like they're coming for your home. I'm just going to toss that out there. The name is a little concerning. Proposal number 1. Site, hospital, proposed use. Auto dealership. Really? Site 2. Distillery, proposal use. Graveyard. Site 3. Basketball court, proposed use. Kennel. Why not? Is there a reason? Like, I don't know where these places are, obviously. But knocking down the hospital and distillery to do things that require lots of open space instead of, you know, maybe putting them at the basketball court seems interesting. Kennel. Basketball court abandoned due to hazardous increase in stray dog population. Already full of dogs. Well, the dog's already here. We're just gonna, you know, cage them up and see if someone will take them. That would be a pound or a... yeah, animal control or something. Stray dogs is not really kennel. Endorse. On hospital. Proposed use. View number 2. Distillery still active, but scaling down operations to less than half on site. Distillery built on top of graveyard originally. The haunted ghost brews. Do you think the ghosts add flavor to the brew? You get a better beer out of if some ghosts are mucking about with it. Hybrid distillery graveyard could share resources. Chapel, once repurposed into bottling facility, could be repurposed into chapel. So you'd have the freshest beer at the funeral. I approve. Endorsed. Or it's a distillery, so I guess the freshest rum? Vodka? Probably vodka. Who knows? Endorsed. Rick clears his throat. Busy. Not important. How are you, Rick? I shouldn't complain. So, did you get my note about the office party? About the office party, I'm going stag. About the proposals, just finish them. Oh, great. I'll tell Diane. I think she was waiting on... Oh, I don't know. So, how did your application go? I was in the mailroom and saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just saw... Fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? Okay. Man's got a straight shot back on his hair. There's no... It's not a circle. Oh, that's an interlude? Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Okay. Well... Is that the name of the act? Barrier. End of the line. Seems that way. Maybe it's still under construction. Seems that way. Not for us, I hope. Blue. A good rest in the truck. Kind of stiff now, Blue. Get a good rest in the truck. I know you love a drive. I do too normally. The wind in your ears. Yeah, I saw you back there, Blue. What is clicking? Oh, it's these lights. Light in particular. Yeah. Well, I guess these two. We just passed this place where maybe someone here can point us in the right direction. Yeah, it looks like they're still open. Must be night shift. What do you think they do here? Looks like an office building. Looks like a cathedral. What do you think? When I got my electrician's license, I had to go to this government building in Frankfurt, kind of low to the ground, a bit older. Didn't really look like this place, I guess, but they all have the same feel. Bureaucracy in the air, too much concrete. This is weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? Oh, that's right, we drove into the barn to get here. Well, the barn kind of faded. Both. Ah, okay. Very poetic. Maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. Fishing rod. Underground river flowing. Can't take the stairs. It's not. Bell? Okay, yeah, we're in something real weird. So we got a truck. There's a sign telling us to stop driving. There's a pier. There's a river, underground river apparently. There's a pier for some boats, and there's a reception desk. Hello, receptionist. Well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Want to settle a bet? We're actually a bit lost, man. Want to settle a bet? And want to settle a bet? I'm actually pretty busy, but sure, what's up? Can you be both inside and outside at the same time? Wow, okay, is that like a philosophical thing? Or are you just up and... Oh, what was her voice? Oh, hey, just up and are you, or are you just lost? We're just lost. Oh, so you're not... Oh, you're not the... Oh, sorry, honest mistake. I don't know. Her voice has changed 3 times already. It's been very brief number of lines. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. Saw your truck and I thought, oh, I really ought to... No, but you don't really look like one of the boys from the distillery anyways. What are you celebrating? What is this place? Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. Looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where this is? Dogwood... Nope. I'm going to need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first, we gotta get you in the system. So you need an appointment with one of the ingest clerks. Now, let's see. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon, and Wanda's out on a site. Let me take some calls and see if we have anyone free. There's some books over there in the waiting area, or just take a look around. Have you seen the grotesques? Have I? I don't see any of them. Television is playing what looks to be a nature documentary. A hermit crab scuttles across a beach. Its shell is an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab. Television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The bird collects pieces for its nest. Scarf, plastic shopping bag, a bit of a young girl's hair. The nest is warm but precariously fragile. Alright, bureaucracy, how much longer do I have to wait? Oh, good. I thought you left. People can be so impatient, you never know. Well, I have you meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingest process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor reviewing some diagrams. I don't know her... Mary Ann's voice is just forever changing. The elevator's just back to the left there, 5th floor. Back to the left. We're here. Books. I didn't even see books. Maybe books are piled on the table. Oh, there. Oh, we can see the people up top. For a sewage pump. Oh, yes. By the way, please vote on our raid call at crunch.showbot.tv. Because after this act, we're going to probably raid. I just want to... I basically did this to make sure that it was literally what I thought it was. For why the desync had increased. 3 books are piled up on the table. A service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haikus. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack. The envelope reads Bureau Secret Tourism. It contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. Okay, well that's in our inventory now. Careful, tinny elevator music. It's on the 5th floor, right? Runway scans a column of elevator buttons. 5th floor, diagrams and drafts. 4th floor, archives and records. Do we want to explore every room? There's a lot of stuff here. The elevator? Or the tourism places? I think it's the conference room. Aye, they're all staring at me. Don't mind me, sir. I wonder if it matters if I press up or down. Are those bears on the 3rd floor? You're on the 5th floor, right? Clerk's offices. Yeah, it didn't matter if we pressed up or down. Both? Yeah, both is fine. The brochure of ritualistic things to do to get places definitely sounds cursed. Yes, very much so. Okay, well, we get you pointed the right direction then. Straightforward. But first, you need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Clerk Metzen about that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Happy to help. Hey, Click. This is the lady we need to meet. Hi, how are you? Fine. I just need your ingest card. List the last 5 permanent addresses. I think I've had 5 permanent addresses. Oh, my sheet has 5 address boxes just to fill everything out. If you fill out a transient sub sheet, we can still get it processed. Go talk to Clerk Bowman, who'll get you with one. I don't want to deal with your bureaucratic nightmare, so I'm gonna get back in this elevator. Let me out. Go see if the bears will eat our face. That sounds better than dealing with whatever the hell is happening on this floor. Down on the 1st floor. 3rd floor just says bears. Hey, bears. They're literally just staring at us. People think the walking noise that I'm hearing is a delay, but it's her shuffling. Well, we can't see the 5th floor, so we're going up to the 5th floor. There does not appear to be anything on the 4th floor. Take me to diagrams and drafts. I want to see it. Hey, a man. Hi, sir. Various hard work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers on a small leather notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that. Are you Lula Chamberlain? Sorry, we're looking for an ingest clerk. Oh. I'm an interior spatial analyst. I can't help you with that. I think the ingest clerks have all gone home for the night. Lula might help you. She's pretty senior. You just missed her, actually. She was here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now on the 1st floor. She barely made a dent in these diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which... What is wrong with your record player, sir? Symphony number 3. Beethoven's Symphony number 3 plays on the record player. Fix your shit, bro. Nope, you're just staring at me. Alright, let's go see Lulu. Lulu? Lula? Lolly Lulilo? I mean, that's what Roxy's up to. Lilo. Clerk, where's the person I'm looking for? Howdy, here for a transient sheet? Howdy, here for a transient sheet? No problems. Rummaged through some papers on his desk. Happy to help. Like I'm out. I don't know. There's some back in the archives. You have to put in a special request with Clerk McMillan. She's document sizer. Head back to the office by the file. This is just a runaround. Where's Lula, Chamberlain? Oh no, I mean that's her right there in the cardigan. Hey. Hi, Lula. Or Lilo. Having fun in the paperclip labyrinth? Well, you've made it eventually. You do look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on. Rightus. Stephen said you could point us in the right direction. Lilo Dallas multipass. This concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to get to? You're having trouble navigating the zero. Just navigating a purpose? Zero doesn't work like other roads. You can't just drive and expect to find yourself. It must be more deliberate than when driving on surface roads. And in a way, much less deliberate. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. Honey, do you know I used to live on Dogwood Drive? That was years ago. A grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. I've had a few roommates. We all worked at the university. I had a dog. I drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures. But that was Dogwood with a surface road. With a name like that, would have to be. What are you doing on the zero? A gas station attendant told us we'd need to take the zero to get there. Cousin Weaver sent us along this way. Your cousin Weaver. Weaver Marquez. I hadn't expected to hear from her again. Know her? She came through here as an intern. One of my old colleagues must have referred her. Do you know I never asked? Anyways, there's not much challenging work here. Much less for a gifted mathematician. She helped translate some notes on architectural plans I picked up in Mexico. She was very bored. We used to sit on the steps by the river on our lunch break and talk about geometry. I hope she wasn't in trouble. I lost touch with her so suddenly, I had recommended she go see some old friends of mine at the university about a new acoustic surveying venture. I often worry she became wrapped up in some tensured professor's quitocoxic research project. You know the type, gray-haired, intellectual, narcissistic. Well, that is... I guess she sent you here because she respected me and thought I could help. Weaver's a dear girl, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. But where's the dogwood you lived on? Maybe it's the same one. No, it's not possible. The Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets you see. Too many streets with the same names. It was never a problem before, but now we have these databases. It's all too confusing for the computer. The computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call it. Yes, they do call it name collisions. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another might be Large Leaf Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan Flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive. Or so we might hope. Really a matter of consulting the records, of which we have an abundance of here. Do you have a record of these streets? I expect we must. They must be up in the archive records. First, 4th floor. It'll be filed under O for odonyms. Probably, or G for generic, or maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name was changed. Are we really? Okay. At least I haven't gone to the 4th floor yet. Faster text. Maybe I should turn up the text speed. 4th floor. Is that an option? Alright, what is this? Ephra? What's our notes? Oh, we have more than just the thing notes. Casket feeder, stage break modes. Bureau of Secret Tourism. Bureau of Secret Tourism, esoteric excursions for the intrepid and curious. This is like a tour brochure from Control or something. Where space is all folded. All directions start from the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. River tunnels. These tunnels are a series of arteries evacuated by runoff from an underground river which long ago evaporated. Now the tangled vessel of marooned echoes drive clock. Period. Drive clockwise until you reach the feather. Pause for a moment to consider the cave walls. Reverse direction and drive counterclockwise until you hit the birdhouse. Now turn around again and you're almost upon it. To return, simply find the feather again and turn around. How many of these are there? Oh, there's a phone number. This is probably actually useful. I guess we got that for later. Maintenance record. Tram 5. S. Okay. Documents. Damn, this place is a mess. Okay. Take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system in all these boxes. I'll just start digging. Small logbook is a smart leather leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Inside front cover. Note in logbook, document staff. Please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new filing cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now. Instruction clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities which likely involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc., but air quality is not because it relates to health, safety, and pollution. Peace. Page 1. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over periods of a few days. Basketball courts, basketball fields, alleys, and parking lots. Side front cover. Page 14. A single set of documents related to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. And back cover. Failing antique shops folder missing. Listed checked on page 63, but not present. Oh, 63. Check-in. Failing antique shops, Monday, 3 p.m. Signee Ed Bohm. Side front cover. The book away. Nothing, me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. Couldn't find anything with an O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look. This is a hell of a chapter for us to decide to play a little bit extra of. This chapter load is already at 30 minutes, or this act. Maybe the bears know where it is. Oh, I was gonna check text speed. Text. I don't know why I looked past text repeatedly. Sudden. Text speeds are drowsy, steady, sudden. Alright, sudden. Yo, boom. Lula. Box is there. Nothing. Oh, that's unfortunate. They must still be in transit. See, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently. It's all a bit in progress. This was the cathedral not too long ago, can you believe it? And the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. That's where you'll find the street name records, I expect. At the church. Mary Ann at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're out on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs. I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of the Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other. Okay. So do we have to learn how to drive on this place where that only works if you have an intent? And know how to do the rituals? This doesn't feel any faster, Gabe. We just see his card to see how to get to places, don't we? No, it's not here. Maybe it's in the actual logbook. Marianne. Wow. So did you get what you need? Oh, wait. We were doing a southern? Did you get what you need there, darling? Lula said you could direct us to the church. Be straight with me. What is this place? Just another office, lady. Just another job. You kicked out a congregation to set up your office? I wasn't here for that. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Still, I wouldn't judge till I seen everything. They got a new church now. The Bureau set it up for them in some of their old storage space. I'm sure it's very nice. See it for yourself. Get back on the zero, drive until you hit the crystal, then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it. How do I get to the doctor for this bum leg? You know what? Get in the truck. Just fucking go. We're in some place beyond the world. We are beyond the physical world, perhaps in a realm of the imagination. Perhaps a world of the senses. Sights and sound. Get back on the road. See the overworld map. That's the Bureau. We're in a wavy tunnel. Space and time, I would guess. Jaws. Bat wings. Cactus. Lightning bolt. Sandwich. Oh, crystal, huh? Isodecahedron? Sprocket? Uh-oh. We already fucked it up. Cathode ray. The bottles. EV. You know what are some of the holiday places if we're already out here? Drive clockwise until you reach the feather. Pause for a moment to consider the cave walls. Reverse direction until you hit the birdhouse. Now turn around again. Counterclockwise. Drive clockwise to the feather. A lot of clockwise to the feather, huh? Clockwise to this character. We've been going counterclockwise the whole time. To the bottle. ZZZ. You're looking kind of tired there, old man. Want me to take the wheel for a bit? Yeah, that's a good idea. Self-storage. We found it! Somehow. Oh, she found it. Oh, if you drive around long enough, they just fast travel you to where you need to go because they're just like, you're lost. You got lost in this four-dimensional space, which fair enough. So we started Act 2, and I think it's time to find someone to raid.